Okay guys, it's Sasha. So this month I decided to try doing my wrap-up style in a vlog style. I thought this would be more fun and just something a little bit different. If you haven't seen these videos before, I got this idea from Eileen, Jepsen, I think that's how you say it. I'll definitely link her channel down below. This is how she does her wrap-ups, and basically she just vlogs her whole month and talks about the books as she reads them, and it just seems fun. And yeah, so I thought I would try it and let me know what you guys think. Okay, so the first book that I finished this month is The Vegetarian by Han Kang. I got this book sent to me to review from Blogging for Books, and I've seen a ton of people on BookTube talk about this book and it seemed really interesting. So yeah, I read it and I liked it a lot. As I was reading it, I had no idea what was going on. I was like, what am I reading? I don't get this. What is the point? But it's basically about this woman who decides to go vegetarian after having this like horrific dream, and then the rest just sort of follows how she slowly declines into madness and how it affects the family around her. And it switches perspectives between 3 different people in her family. And yeah, it's really weird and crazy and eerie and dark and messed up and strange. Just like a really weird book. But when I finally finished it and I sat down and thought about it, I really liked it. Oh, there's Toby. Basically, what I got from it is that like everyone can go crazy. Basically, everyone has like this innate I don't know, maybe like it's like a human tendency to have this madness inside of you, but some people are better at hiding it, or some people are better at not letting it take over. That's what I got from it. So I really liked it. I think if you are interested, you should pick it up. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. So the book that I'm currently reading is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. I'm currently on page 166, so I'm like almost halfway there. But I'll definitely let you guys know my thoughts when I finish it. The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. Oh, my brain is like off because I think I literally just sat down and read all 100 pages. Wait, I'm gonna set the camera down. Okay, there we go. So I really enjoyed this book. It's just really like heartwarming and just a good adventure, I guess. Like you get to know so many characters. You get to know all about all of the characters on the ship, which I really enjoyed, and they all have something that they're going through. And I don't know, they just all have a little story that you get to see. And then you go to all these different planets, which I really liked. And then there's lots of commentary on like warfare, on race, because it's like interspecies, but you can tell she's like commenting on, you know, like racial relations in our reality. Just being a human, friendships, comments on family. I mean, it's just great. She touches on so many things, but she does it so well so that it doesn't feel like it's like preachy. I don't know. I really liked it. There were some really beautiful quotes in here. It was just like a good, like, just made you feel all warm inside kind of book. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna pick up next. I don't know. I'm not gonna read any more tonight, I'm pretty sure. All I know is I'm hungry and I don't know what to eat. So I bought a book. That's what all this is about, and I have been wanting this book for like the past month or so. I keep thinking about it. Like, not a lot of people talk about this book on BookTube. I'll show it to you guys, but I really wanted it and I kept thinking about it. Then I went to the bookstore and it was there, and I had a coupon. I found one online. Always look up coupons online, guys, on my phone. And so I bought it, and this is what I'm gonna start reading. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so this is the book. Okay, there's Toby. Let me zoom out. So this book is The Familiar by Mark Z. Danielewski. He wrote House of Leaves, which is like a huge popular book. But anyways, this is in the similar format with like pictures and weird, like, this weird layout, his experimental layout, and it's huge. Look at it. Awesome. Like, look how good. Okay guys, I did it. It's like 10 o'clock at night and I finished One Rainy Day in May. Oh my goodness. I don't even like, I can't even put my thoughts into words right now. Toby's like playing with the little ribbon thing. I don't even know. Like, I really liked it, but it was just like, what did I read? I don't even know. But basically, it's about this girl, this little girl. You're following. Okay. The main thing is follows this little girl who's like 12, and she's really odd, and basically, she finds a kitten. That's basically what it's about, and I think the rest of the series is going to be about that, and it's creepy and weird, and I have no idea what happened, but I liked it. I'm definitely going to do a review, like a separate video review of this. Toby! The video is probably already up on my channel, so I'll link it somewhere and check down below so I can do a full review, but I'm definitely have to take some time to think about this. Anyway, so yeah, right now I give it like 4 stars. Not quite 5, but I'm gonna have to think about it, and yeah, it was good. All right, it's time to pick a new book, and I think I already know. I think I'm gonna go with The Raven Boys. I found this at the thrift store the other day. These books are like stuffed in here. So I think I'm gonna go with The Raven Boys. I'm so happy I found it at the thrift store because I was thinking about reading this. Everyone seems to talk about this. So let's see how it goes. Guys, it is September 20th. I realized I was never telling you guys the dates in my vlogs. Oops, you guys have like no idea. My bad. I think I will put the date, I guess, when I edit it so you guys will know like the time frames. I don't know. I'm sorry about that. I'll get better at this as I do it more. But anyway, so it's about like 9 in the morning and I finished The Raven Boys last night. But I forgot to vlog and tell you guys. So anyway, so I finished The Raven Boys last night and I really enjoyed it. Well, I enjoyed like the last half of it. This book took me forever to read, almost a week, and it's not that big. But yeah, I liked it at the end because the first half of it was so slow. It took me forever to read. And then I read the last 200 pages like all yesterday. So yeah, I will definitely be picking up the second one. I really enjoyed this. I loved all the characters. Well, most of them. I thought Gansey was annoying in this book. Am I the only one who felt that way? I thought he was so bossy and so controlling. But I didn't like hate him. I felt like that was just his flaw, was that he was like controlling. I liked Blue. I love Ronan. Ronan was like my favorite, even though he was like the mean one. And the really dark one, I think that's why I liked him. I liked him a lot. And of course I like Noah. I can't wait for the second one because the second one's like, I think it's going to be more about Ronan. So I'm very excited about that. The last line in this book was crazy. I loved how romance wasn't a big part in this. Like, it was just like a little bit, which I really loved. And I think that they shouldn't say this is a paranormal romance because I feel like it's so much more than this. There's so much going on in this book. So now I'm currently, last night, after I finished that, I was still in the mood to read. So I picked up Luckiest Girl Alive by Jessica Knoll. I will let you guys know when I finish this. Alright, hey guys, so it is the 23rd, I think. And I finished Luckiest Girl Alive a couple days ago. Just never vlogged because things have been crazy. But yeah, I finished this book and I liked it. I only gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it definitely wasn't like, what's the word I'm looking for, suspenseful or very, it wasn't a thriller in my eyes. It was more just about a girl telling you her life story about her high school experience and why she's crazy now, basically. That's what I got from it. I didn't think it was a thriller at all. I liked it though. Let me go over here so there's better lighting. I liked it though. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why it's like as popular as it is, honestly, but I still liked it. I recommend it if you're curious. Anyways, it kind of reminds me of like if The Devil Wears Prada and Mean Girls were to have a baby and that baby was like really dark and twisted, it would be that book. That's my thoughts on it anyway. So yeah, so now I haven't started reading another book. Let me show you guys the book I'm gonna read though. I'm going to start reading this book here, which is The Unseen World by Liz Moore. This is a new release this year. I think it came out in July. It's an adult book out. I think it's categorized as a cerebral thriller. That's what I heard from this girl on not booktube, on Instagram. She posted this and she has some quotes, and the quotes were amazing from this book, and she really liked it, and the cover is amazing. So I'm gonna be picking this up today. So it is the 28th and I finished The Unseen World last night. Let me sit down because I don't want to be standing up. Also ignoring the fact I'm not wearing like any makeup or anything. I just did a face mask, so I'm letting my face breathe a little bit. Anyway, so I finished this book last night and I loved it. I loved it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. You can see where I put some of my favorite quotes. I tabbed them off, which I hardly ever do in books, but her writing is just so beautiful. It is such a, just like a beautiful story. It's really slow and just kind of like slowly unravels to figure out the mystery. It's about this father and daughter. The daughter name is Ada. She grew up with her single dad, and he is a computer scientist, analyst, and he works in the lab because that's all he does is his research. That's his job. And so she grew up in the lab, so she's super smart. They have intelligent conversations. The dad becomes sick, and so she has to go move in with one of her dad's friends. And as you go through the story, they kind of find out that the dad has this sort of secret, and she's trying to figure it out. And it's all about like technology, and it goes back and forth between like the 1980s when her dad started getting sick and the present day, and then it even goes into the future. Together you can see how all these little things connect, and the author does it so subtly. It's not like this huge suspenseful thriller. When she like get to the end of it, I didn't even realize how much like I was so connected to all the characters, because when I finished it I just like felt this, I don't know, I just felt something. I was just like, oh my gosh. Oh, but it was just so good. So if you just like a really good, well done story with beautiful writing, if you like father-daughter relationships, I just recommend it. And if you, I mean, this is just such a good book. I loved it. I loved it so much. So I have what, like 2 more days of September, and I'm definitely thinking about reading a book. So I think I'm gonna pick up Eileen and read that because it's super short, so I can probably finish it like today, but I'd probably just take my time through it. So yeah, I will probably get back to you guys with Eileen, and that'll be the end. So yeah. Okay guys, so it is the last day of September the 30th, and I just finished Eileen by Otessa Mosfeg. I don't even know how you say her last name. I was not a fan, I guess. I think I gave it like, I'm not sure exactly what I gave it. I literally just finished it. So between 2 and 3 stars. In case you don't know, this book is shortlisted for the Man Booker this year, which I'm really surprised, honestly. This book follows a girl named Eileen who is 24, and she's like very like self-obsessed and like down about herself, even though she's basically obsessed about herself, but she thinks she's like ugly and no one wants her, and she hates life, and she's just complaining about everything, and she's super dramatic, and she works at this juvenile detention center, and then she meets this woman named Rebecca, and then she gets sort of like pulled into doing this crime. First of all, this book did not seem original to me at all. I just kept reading this and I was like, I feel like I've read this voice before. I've heard this before. And it took like at least 100 pages before any plot started happening. her dad is really horrible and a drunk, and she's like taking care of him. I feel like this book has more to do with like her relationship with her dad and how that affected her life and kind of why she is the way she is. Then Rebecca kind of just like gave her this opportunity to sort of be herself and to get out of the small town that she lives in. That's how I saw it. It was written really well, I will say that. Like, she is a really great writer. Definitely you could felt like Eileen was talking. At least Eileen was like, she was self-aware of how dramatic and annoying and self-obsessed and self-deprecating she is. At least she was like aware of it. Like, she would say that. She's like, oh, I'm so dramatic, I know, blah blah blah. So I don't know. So that's my last book of September. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you like this style of wrap-ups. I read a lot of good books this month. I read a total of 7 books, which is really good. I'm really happy about that. So yeah, I hope you guys had a great reading month of September, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.